All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Chess with TV. Today we are playing in the LI Chess Daily Bullet Tournament at lichess.org. Sadly, there are not a lot of players, so we'll see if that actually happens. I'll go ahead and join the tournament here and talk and chat. Hi, whoops. Whoa, why does that happen to me? Let's try again here. Am I joined? Yes. Hi, everyone. I'll be streaming this tournament here. And then we're going to go HTTP restream.tv/channel/chesswiz. And let's make sure that's correct by going there. It looks perfect. All right, so let's paste that in. Good luck. All right. So we've got 2 minutes till the tournament starts. Let's see how this goes. Only 4 players in the tournament, so we're either going to play the same guys over and over and over, someone else is going to join, or we're going to drop out. Hopefully number 2, more people joining. Chat. No one's on air. Oh, we've got a guest in the chat. Cool. Let's say hi to him. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. All right. 2 minutes left. We should check the sound on here. Is it looking good? Yep, we got some sound. All right. What's it going to take to get this gang on the road? We got another player starting in 1 minute. So the top rated player here is Igor Kok, or KOC. I think Kok might be a little incorrect. He's got a lot of followers. I think he plays a lot of games. 13,000. So he's definitely a regular on lichess.org. So he's going to be the man to beat. You can see I've played him quite a bit. 16-4 is my score against him, or his against me, in the past 20 games. That's pretty decisive. So excuse me, got a little water there. It's going to be tough to take him down. However, his rating recently dropped to 1985. That's something I can handle. So it's definitely doable. My goal is to win the tournament. There's Terminator 2183, so this is going to be a pretty good tournament. Starting in a few seconds. Starting in a few seconds. And we are ready. Hey, look at all the people watching. Actually, this is what, 12? Oh, they've all joined in the last few seconds. Well, that's cool. We got a pretty big tournament. Awesome. Well, I am ready to take these guys on. Bring it on. How long is it? A few seconds. Come on. The tournament is starting. All right, here we go. E4. Oh, we're starting against Terminator. That's going to be a tough game right off the bat. Let's still go close Sicilian here. And take a little center on the king side, pin that knight. Oh, fine. I like the idea of doubling his pawns there, but now that he's blocked that with a bishop, I can't do that. Here comes my queen. Okay. Didn't get to double his pawns. That was disappointing. Shall we go for the attack? Why not? Just push that, make him play h5 there. The reason is, now my bishop can attack it. So it's a little bit weaker. Let's break open that king side. What can we do to him? I'm tempted to capture piano with a piece, but I'm not going to. Just going to try to trade some pawns and open up this king instead. Uh-huh. Well, this isn't going too well. He's the one that took control of this file over here, and I was hoping it would be me. Bit problematic, actually. Let's close that off before I get checkmated. Definitely a tough situation. Is this going to be a draw? No? Ah, now I'm out of time because I spent so much time fiddling around. Ah, not a good start. It's tough to play quickly when you're casting at the same time, of course, but I wish that had gone a little differently. Out of time. Yeah, I'm way too slow. So I need to watch the time on these games, play a little bit quicker. That's lesson number 1. I think I could have won that game. Let's see if I can prove it by beating Only Chess. I'm wondering if he plays Only Chess or if he just doesn't know how to spell only. Same opening here. This time I'm going to double those pawns. Sorry. Oh, really? Oh, really? Then I won't. Double these pawns. So he's got 2 D pawns here. Bishop's going to escape. I'm pretty happy about this position. This center pawn's blocking in his bishop, so it's not so deadly as in the last game. Other than that, the position's pretty similar. Oh, now it's much different. He has a pretty messed up center, pretty weak center there. Should I take that? Sure. Keeping up on time much better. Probably shouldn't take that, but because this is kind of a hole here on d3 and my light square bishop can't attack it. Oh, he is going this way. He doesn't like this backwards pawn up here on e6, so he's capturing this way with the pawn in order to get that guy off the open line. The downside now is these pawns are terrible. They're doubled and they're isolated. Neither one is near any pawn that can guard it. So if we get down into a position where that becomes important, and that would be any position like this one, where there's no major attack going on, then that could be serious for him. So I really like my position. Plus, he's playing a bit slow. He's down to 8 seconds left. That's going to be the reason for his demise here. So I get to pick up one of these pawns. If he had better pawn structure, this wouldn't be possible for me. He'd be able to protect that. But as it is, not only can he not protect it, but he's out of time. Boom. Hello, Only Chess. So my opponent and I are back in the room. We don't play each other again, which is nice. Instead, we wait for the next game to end, which is one of these 3 games. And then I get to play one of them. And I think I play the one I played least recently, as opposed to the one with the rating closest to mine. So you pretty much ignore ratings, I think, when finding opponents. What? Why should I play Terminator again? I already have. So this is my chance to show him that I'm not so easy to beat here. Let's go more on the queen side here. His attack's going to get pretty fierce, so maybe I can distract him. Oh, I'm okay. No worries. Be happy. Oh, I'm not okay. What's going to happen? Free piece. So now I just have to survive. Let's trade. That's the rule. When you're being attacked, trade down. The more trades you get, the simpler things get, and the better off you are. So I'm bringing my queen out so we can trade queens, the ultimate trade. Don't you think? Can't trade kings, although that'd be pretty epic. So it's going to be queens or nothing. Oh yeah, this attack is not going well for him because I've closed it up, forcing a queen trade, which he doesn't want, so he's still not. And look at that, I could take that bishop. I should do that, so I hope he lets me. Yay. Now, free up a little space here. This couldn't be going better. More trades. I'm really liking the extra piece he gave me when he sacrificed that knight. Bishop, such a strong place for my bishop. So strong. He can't play any weird shenanigan checks on me on that diagonal that my king is on. So it's going to get down to time again. He's going to try to check me into infinity. Oh no! Oh, running a bit low on time. This guy's pretty fast too. No! Out of time. I gotta learn, I gotta work on my checkmates there because I had 2.5, maybe 3 seconds left, and I could have made it in that much time. Excuse me. As soon as he threw his queen away on g6 or whatever it was, just for free so that I would take a bunch of time to capture it, then I should have had him. In those last few seconds, I should have been able to checkmate him. This is not what I meant to do, but it's working okay. I don't like, when they play d5 on the first move, I like to capture that pawn, as just about everybody does, but you don't always see it. You know what I mean? You're moving a little fast, so you end up playing some other move, and there goes your opportunity. So, not doing too well in the tournament so far. I already have 2 losses. Oh, my rook. No. Oh, I can block it off. This is not so good, but it's a lot better than losing the rook. Problem is, this pawn is now in the same color as my bishop. So, because they're both white, it's going to be in the way of my bishop constantly for the rest of the game. And that's not a reason to give up, but it is a downside to your position. Come on. Oh, really? Ha. Ha. More trades. This is a pretty good position for me. I mean, certainly not... Oh, now I am. No! Man. Not off to a good start. I'm sure you guys are all feeling for me here. Should I just resign? Yes, because it's a tournament. You want to win as quickly as possible, and that means also lose as quickly as possible. So I lost nice and fast there. So that was that knight fork there. He moved knight down to check me, at the same time attack my queen. Not a healthy scenario for your queen. Usually ends in the death of the queen. Well, at least the capturing of the queen. Look, she's back. Although she switched colors, I got my queen back. Just had to play another game. Now I'm playing a 1690, much more feasible. The games before this game were against much higher rated players. But I should be able to take them on. That's no excuse. But look how well this is going. I've picked up a pawn on the queen side. I've got way more time than he has. I've got possibility for a passed pawn down here. 2 pawns facing 1 pawn. Got a really stupid looking bishop. Let's not mention that part. Oh, got the exchange. Here comes that passed pawn I was talking about. And it's beautiful. Come back here. Oh, he can pick up my rook. That wasn't the best spot for it. Hopefully he does, though. That'll simplify, and I'm still winning. So I like this. This is all right. This bishop's still really, really bad. I wonder if I can get it out somehow. Don't know where that knight is going. Back to where it was, maybe. Let's trade my horrible bishop off. Much better. Much better. How about down here? Took me 2 moves, but I found a good spot for my rook. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I should have taken the rook, but the knight's not bad. Let's make a new queen. New queen. A little bit strange sequence there, and he's out of time. So, picked up a win. How are we doing? 4 points from our 2 wins. We are way down the list. Way down. So I got to get some wins here. There's that old King's Gambit again that I should not have played. Don't know what I'm thinking. But, hey, that looks cool. Too bad I kicked the bishop a little bit back to where it guards f7. If only I had just done this before doing that, or without, I really have a nice attack. Instead of him having a nice attack. Let's see. Is this the move? That's pretty good. Things are looking pretty dangerous for him on f7. That's down here. Then dangerous for me over here on j, whatever it is, where the clock is. Oh, that's not going to cut it. Oh, this is in the way. Well, let's try it. Nope, that's not going to work. I'm losing way too much material to get the queen back. Let's see how badly that went. I have 3 pieces, and he has 3 pieces, and I'm missing a rook. That's enough to resign on. Normally I wouldn't resign a position like that because it's a speed game and anything can happen. A little bit of water there. But since we're playing a tournament, might as well lose fast so we can go lose to someone else and not waste time. Let's play an open Sicilian this time. That's where you play d4, highly recommended. Although anyone who I have to say play d4 to probably doesn't know where d4 is, because this is the mean. I obviously don't know what I'm doing, because I'm losing a pawn down here. Oh, I'm losing a piece. Why did he not capture my piece? He probably got so confused that I made such a big mistake. Look how slowly I'm playing too. This is pretty funny. Come and get it. His problem is down here on c7. What's he going to do to protect that? Nothing. Good. So, my position is recovered nicely. I could use a little more time on the clock, though. But if that's my only complaint, I'm doing pretty well. Considering my opening was beyond bad. He could have picked up my knight on d4 a little earlier in the game if he had seen that one, instead of just pushing things around doing nothing. I just bring my pieces out of the way of this rook. Oh, are you going to take that? Okay. It's all right with me. I'm not picky. Boom! And I win. 15 seconds left, though. But he's going to be checkmated. This time I finally do get to beat this guy. First win against him. And look at that. He's the tournament leader, so definitely glad I took him out. Now I get to play someone a little bit lower rated. This has been a tough tournament. I've casted 3 tournaments. Let's go closed again, because that open was really bad. I've casted 3 tournaments streaming now, and this has definitely been the toughest one out of the 3. Shall we try this? Bishop b5. I've had to focus more on my play and less on saying really crazy things to you guys to make you laugh. Come back to the stream next time. So if you like chess, here, watch me think instead of explaining. I guess last cast I had more time to explain kind of how chess works, what you're trying to do in chess, whereas this game, all I can say is what I'm trying to do in chess, because I got to talk about what I'm thinking about. Don't have time for anything else. For example, right now, what am I thinking about? How not to get checkmated. I think that's a worthy goal. If you don't think so, you should write your congressman. Doot, doot. He just gave up a bishop, so I'm hoping I can survive this. Should we trade? Yeah. I love trades when I'm surviving. Let's trade queens now. Oh, this is good. I've recovered. Yes! Now I just need to move fast enough. 17 seconds. Can be tough. Could be tough. 14 seconds. Looking pretty good here. Close this up a little bit. Knight coming into play. Here, take my knight. I would love it. Thank you. Oops. There went my bishop, but it's going to come down to time now. Oh, or down to a rook. Came down to a rook instead. But he's out of time, so it doesn't matter. Good game, sir. Oops. No! What? Oh, man. Oh. That was a bad queen move. I highly recommend not moving your queen where it can be captured for free. So if you're considering that, think back to this cast, think about what advice I gave you, and say, you know, I think I'm not going to do that. Chess was recommended that I not move my queen where it could be taken for free. So look at this tournament. I'm actually below halfway. We've got 5 people ahead of me. I'm number 6 with 7 points. I guess I'm tied for 5 and 6. Out of 9. So this is really sad because 2 guys have given up and one of them even took a win before they left. So pretty small tournament, but also very tough. 2300, 2100, 2100, 1900, very tough tournament. It's been good. Definitely had some good chess and some bad chess if you've been watching me play. But still been fun. What can we do here? On air, right? Are we on air? Can we refresh this? Refresh. Search. Waiting for our next game. Oh, and there we go. We're going to probably play Terminator again. Pretty sad. But we're not. I'm trying to figure out if I'm actually streaming. Can you guys tell me on chat if you can see me? I have a feeling that maybe I'm not streaming, which would be really sad. We would lose all this footage. But then you guys wouldn't have seen me lose all these games, so maybe that'd be a good thing. But that wasn't my goal here, so if someone could tell me you're streaming or something like that, that would be fantastic. I don't have time to do it anymore because I'm taking a free... Oh, my knight can't move that far? And I've definitely lost it today. I can't even see where knights move. That would have been such a great move, though. Knight takes e3 there. The flying knight. Definitely a Tsuji for all you Go players. You'll have to look that up. It's T-E-S-U-J-I. And it means I can speak Japanese and you can't. Which I actually can't speak Japanese, for the record, but that doesn't matter, because I can say Tsuji. And it means, well, I told you what it means. So it's good enough. This is looking pretty good. I'm liking this. Got this extra pawn over here. Be making a queen out of it when I feel like it and not before. Okay, I feel like it. That was long enough. Oh no, gave up a bishop. And there goes my pawn. It's a good thing everybody's... Oh good, he didn't take my pawn. Now everybody's going to run out of time. I guess that's including me, which is too bad. Opposite color bishops, you know what that means? I told you guys in the last cast. That means draw, except there's no way we can draw with this little time on the clock. So that means whoever runs out of time loses. And that's my other guy here, my opponent. He's like me, except he's not me, he's playing me. There's the next game real fast, playing Terminator. And he's beaten me, looks like I won the last game, that's right. So 2-1 here. In my favor. Die knight, die, die, die. I do that because it doubles up his pawns and stops some of the counters he could do in the center, because I'm coming over here for the kingside attack and I don't want him distracting me in the center. So once his pawns are doubled up like that, he can't quite attack me the same. So normally you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't bring your bishop out and then just take his knight right away. You definitely need a plan for that. Otherwise, you're wasting moves with your bishop and wasting your bishop. Okay, so does he like this attack? Clearly, he hasn't seen it very much because he's thinking. He's thinking about g5. He's worried that if he does it, I'm going to sacrifice my knight. So since he's worried, I guess I'll do it. I'm out of here. This is a pretty strong attack. I just need one more piece. It's going to be this rook. Here it comes. Oh, my queen! No, no, no! Ah! Oh, I need my queen for this attack. Well, I guess I'll bring my other rook in. So losing a queen for nothing definitely makes things tough. Definitely going to be banking on the clock for this one. Don't move your knight here. Thank you. Definitely going to be banking on the clock for winning this one, and also this little attack I've got going. Did I trap his queen? That's not my queen that's trapped. Somebody else's. Because I lost my queen long ago. Oh. Yeah, he's out of time. Well, that was a pleasant win. GG. That was brilliant, you know. That's how to throw away your queen and then win. as opposed to throwing queen and lose, which I've already demonstrated. Goodbye, center pawn. How to throw away your queen and win is definitely more difficult. First, check the clock, because if you're not way up on time, it's going to be hard. Make sure your opponent has very, very little time left. After you're done with that, throw away your queen. That's step 2. And then step 3 is win. You probably knew that part. No, are you going to double my pawns? Don't do it. He did it. Maybe you'll undouble my pawns now. That would be nice of you. Please do. Oh, there's no... Oh, it's not an undoubling. I was pinned. This is problematic, as they say on the ChessWhiz stream. Let's trade knights now. Get out of my ugly pawns. Thank you. Come on, let's trade. It's great. It's great. You're going to love it. My knight's just chasing him around. I'd love to trade for that bishop. He would not. Okay, so now we're opposite colored bishops. You know what that means? Whoever has more time wins. And apparently that's him. But we're going to change that around. We're going to make that me. One way to force that draw is to put your pawns on your own color square. Normally that's a bad idea. But with opposite bishops, my pawns are falling apart. With opposite bishops, your bishop can guard and their bishop cannot attack. Yeah, look at that. He's running low on time. No, now I'm running low on time. Da! If I had just been a little bit quicker, maybe checked him, you know what would have been good? Rook takes f7 check here. He would be like, what's going on? Why can't I move here? Oh, I'm in check. Let me go take that, right? So he takes it. And then he runs out of time. No one has said they can hear me. So I'm wondering if maybe I'm not casting. It says I'm streaming over here. Yes, ChessWhiz. You can see the chat, maybe. Maybe I'm talking to an empty room, literally. Because I've got another device here and it says off air. And off air does not sound right. Maybe I can beat this 11:52 while I check at the same time. Bum, bum, bum. Oh. Well, let's let them just run out of time while I figure it out. They seem to be AFK. For all you fancy people, that's away from keyboard. But for the rest of us, it's actually AFK. White resigned. Very good. AFK means AFK. You don't have to actually expand that acronym. There we go, live now. I am casting. I just punched the wrong button or something. Mastermind is going down. How am I going to win this tournament without it? Look at that, I'm already 1-0 against him. Why is everyone playing Sicilian in this tournament? We're going to change it up. Bet you didn't see that coming. It's a reverse Sicilian closed advanced Alekhines variation extreme F5 line. That's the name of this opening. And the reason for F5 is so you can play G4, G5, followed by H4, or the other way around. All right, let's attack. He hasn't castled over there yet, so that's his job. Get that castling done. Is he really going to castle on the queen side? It's a little safer over there, pal. You might want to head over there. And, oh, he's not castling, is he? How can you... I'll let him, give him a chance to castle. He's not going to castle, but maybe I can attack him before he gets to the queen side, like this. Now if he castles, he loses his knight. kind of a problem for him. He never got that castling in, and now he's going to regret it. See, this knight drops if he does now. Now he's got it defended, but the attack will be fast and fierce in that order. First fast, then fierce. Check. Yeah. Pretty rough for you. Pretty rough. Haha. That's interesting. How did you like that result? Oh, I ended up with an extra piece. Love it. But the important thing is the time, really. Oops. Guess I need to be a little bit more productive. And a little faster. Well, faster is the key. Productivity is optional. Glad he gave that pawn away, otherwise it would have been hard to win. Because that f-pawn was called a protected passed pawn. Passed because no pawns could block it. Protected because a pawn protects it. That's kind of weird terminology. You would think that if a piece is protecting it, and by that I mean something that's not a pawn, then it ought to be protected. But nope. It's only protected if a pawn is protecting it. The reason we've got this lingo is that pawns, they're like the, well, as Andrei Philidor once said, they are the soul of chess. So you look at your pawns, and that's how you can tell if your position's healthy or not. Because really you want them doing all the work. So it's got to be protected by a pawn in order to be a protected pawn. That frees up your pieces to do the fun stuff. Like checkmating. I like to do that every now and then. I'm looking for something fun. Is he getting his knight trapped? I'm going to do my best to never let that knight see the light of day. Oh, well, he made that easy. That was kind of a generous move for him. I appreciate it heartily. I like this because the pawns go to white squares. His pawns are on dark. Because we each have a dark bishop, that gives me the good bishop. He gets the bad bishop, if you're wondering what that means. Go tune into episode 2, where we went into that in some detail. All I have to do is move quickly now. Quickly now. Quickly now. And I will have an instant win. Do I want that? No. Because I don't want to pull his king forward. In the endgame, you want to use your king. I'd call this the endgame. There's not a lot of pieces left. I want to keep his king backwards, not doing much. Like this. You know what I mean? Take that, side pawns. Yeah, now it's a beautiful win. Back to tournament. Whoops. Oh, yeah, I clicked the wrong game. So I've moved up to 4th place now, and I'm only 10 points behind the leader. 5 losses, leader has only 1, so that's going to be tough to overtake, but it's possible. I've got my win streak going here. 4th place is not my ideal result, but these tournaments are tough. You know, if you want to see someone lose a tournament, definitely tune in and watch me, because they're tough. At least they're tough for me. If you want to log in and win these tournaments, I would, you know what, I would log in and watch your stream as you won the tournaments. I would be happy to do that. So be my guest, go win the tournaments, then come back here and post in the thread and says you won, and I will gladly watch your stream. Or post ahead of time, say I'm going to win the tournament. I like to watch winners. I say all this because I know you're not going to win. Not against these guys. These pieces are kind of active. Not so attractive. Let's try that. Let's trade, guys. Oh. Let's see how he likes this. Oh, he liked it. Still doing okay, though. Kept it up. Oh, now I'm ahead. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Can I win in 3 seconds? No. No, I can run out of time in 3 seconds, though. So that was great, you know? Running out of time, it's pretty frustrating. I don't know, maybe my mouse is a little slower today. I gotta blame something, because clock has really been an issue for me in these games. D5, let's change the flavor. Not gonna let him do that again. He's moving his f-pawn up like that. I guess I didn't really stop him. This bishop needs to come around. It's just not okay for, actually, what needs to happen. This guy's so mean, he's gonna checkmate me. Gotta spice it up in the center, because otherwise that attack is gonna get so fierce over here. It's gonna be painful. I'm just barely hanging on, but hanging on is all that matters. Look at that hole for my knight. No pawn can kick it away. He's powerful. Oh. Don't want to move that. Looks like a bishop can kick it away. That's something. Oh, that was not wise. Because he's attacking me over here, and it's only going to get worse once I let that rook come up and help in the attack. Fortunately, I've got just enough to defend. Oh, that's not going to work. That was a strong attack. It was tough to defend, and I didn't have any compensation. Well, a lot of these games, when they are attacking me over there, it's probably because they threw away a piece. You know, traded a knight or a bishop for a pawn in the corner to open me up. And in those games, I got a shot, because if I can slow down the attack, I'm ahead for the endgame. But that game, I gave up, or the opponent gave up nothing. He just got that attack for free. Interesting strategy there. He brings his knight to the middle and then pushes his f-pawn, which gives him space on the king side to attack. Certainly not a new trick, but it works against me, clearly. So earlier in the tournament, I tried just letting the knight sit there, and that was annoying. So this game, I tried capturing it right away, and the annoyance came later, but it was still annoying. Hello, people in chat. I'm going to give you guys a poll later on, so both guests, actually they're both mute. So maybe, since they're not talking, we're not going to have much of a poll. But if you want to participate in feedback, then open up your chat window while you're at it. You know what? You have to log into Ustream to chat. That's horrible. I set it so that you didn't have to do that. But maybe that doesn't work on iDevices, like iPhones. Maybe it doesn't work on Android devices. And if that's not true, that's not very worthwhile, because there's a lot of such devices out in the world. Uh-oh. Man, this is not supposed to go this way. This guy's not being very thoughtful. Not very kind. Not very generous. But he is being smart. I'll grant him that. Stay out. If he castles on the queen side, I'm toast. Because that's oh great, I'm toast. That's a pretty big attack on the king side, so I've got to distract him fast. Really fast, and that's not looking like it's going to happen. see what I can stir up. Take that pawn and get trapped. Lose a queen. Lose a queen is never good as a step 2 of whatever you're making, whether it is jello or mincemeat. Don't want to lose a queen. But it's better if you can pick up a knight later on. Despite not having a queen, this is not... Oh! Now it's too bad. I was going to say I was doing okay, but now I'm not. Yes! Now I'm doing okay again. Except for time. That's the only problem here. The goal is to capture all of his pawns so that it's a draw. And it worked. Now the goal is to checkmate it. And that worked. No, stalemate. Oh, what? What? Who does that? I was going to win on time too, because my tricky queen was going to give him a whole bunch of illegal moves. You can't move into check, right? So, oh, you can't move there, that's into check. Oh, you can't move there. I was going to win. And then I stalemate him like a noob. That's a technical term. A noob is somebody who plays like me. It's a pretty good definition. Played a couple of games looking like this, and they always capture my f3 knight with their bishop along the long diagonal, which messes up my pawns. So we're going to change that this time. I'm a learning machine, and I've learned that that didn't work very well in the previous games. Let's do this. Take some center. Maybe I shouldn't have, eh? This isn't too bad. Take my bishop. Yep. Take my knight. No. Oh, this is serious. Didn't really see how open my king was going to get along this diagonal, because he has a bishop on this long diagonal facing my king. Never want a bishop facing your king like that. It's very dangerous. I don't know why everyone's watching me, but look at that, they are. Time is the biggest problem. So let's keep this nice and fast. No! Oh, that was really close to my taking his queen, you know? He kept me in check there. Definitely could have won that on time, which is sad, but that's the way life goes. These have been some really tough games. Definitely had to keep me on my toes. I feel like... that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. And that's bad. But we're going to call it least bad. Even though it's horrible. The problem with capturing on e4 with my knight, which is the obvious move... No, I can't move there. Was that he would then play d5 and fork my pieces and win one with his pawn. What are we supposed to do now? Look at that amazing center. And he's castling on the wrong side of the board just so he can attack me like crazy. Which he will do successfully. That's the kind of guy he is. Little trade. Here comes my knight. Just trying to do anything to distract him from destroying me on the king side. Coming down on the queen side for him, because this side of the board is in danger for me. Only my king lives there. So that's why I'm playing such crazy moves. I'm simply trying to say, look over here, look over here. And that worked, giving him a free queen. But he didn't notice it, so let's trade queens. Oops, didn't mean to move there, but maybe it was a good move. He had a checkmate, actually, that he didn't use. I love it when my opponents don't use their checkmates. No, don't use that checkmate. It's not a very good one, that kind of thing. Well, that's what happens, so let's see how many times I can move this knight. Out of time, but maybe I can... Oh! A couple more moves, I could take those last 2 pawns. And then, with no mating material, it would be a draw, which I'd be happy to take when I've got 0.2 seconds left. So that seems to be the theme of the day. Get a kind of bad position, then almost run out of time, then get a much better position, probably because you're almost out of time, so the opponent's just giving it to you, and then run out of time. So I could graph that out for you, but I'm sure you can imagine it. Sad. Definitely sad. Today has been the saddest tournament outcome. My worst finish in the past was 3rd place. But 3rd place looks rather unreachable now. We've got 3 guys gunning for first, and then there's me way behind. Wait up, guys! Guys, wait for me! And there's only 1:25 left in the tournament, so this could be the last game. In fact, it will be the last game. So we're going to try to move instantly and win anyway. It's tough to win in 1 minute. I'm going to need some help here. From my opponent, that is. Yeah, he's thinking about how to trade. Because he's afraid of me, see? Me and my big rating. A little bit lower now. But, trade. Over there. Oh! That was kind of a mistake for him. He meant to go 1 more square. But that's life. Sometimes you just don't quite get your rook all the way. Yeah, I should apologize. Sorry about that, man. You really should have had your rook all the way, if you know what I mean. 33 seconds left in the tournament, though, watching that clock over there. When it runs out, we're looking at draw. Kick this knight. Oh, had a checkmate. If I'd taken that rook, that'd be mate. Oh. Well, now maybe I'm glad the time's going to run out. Three seconds. It's going to run out. So check, take that. And check, take that. And the time's out. Oh, too bad. You were really winning. Very close. Very close. The winner is Takeda. That's pretty cool. He won the last tournament as well in episode 2. He deserves it with his fat rating. Look at that. 2 losses out of the whole tournament. And he's playing all these guys I'm playing, except I got 9 losses. That's because he played me, and while he took no losses against me, I pretty much lost to myself every time I played. 15 wins, 10-game win streak. That's impressive. And these guys were close behind. They definitely could have taken it from him. At least I beat Masterino. Masterino, that's better than nothing. Okay, so now we're going to go for a poll if these guys can talk to me. Hi there. Hi there's. Hello there's. So the problem, guys, is you can see the stream. Oh, and 3 guests. So jump on the chat, guys. I don't know if you can jump in chat when you are on a mobile device. So I'm going to try to do that as my other self. And I can't. I want to be a guest, right? And I don't think I can do that. So do I have the settings wrong? No, because there's a few guests. But I can't do that maybe if I follow myself. Nope, I can't follow myself either. 1 guest says hello. So you guys, you get to choose. Because you are the winning guest who can actually talk. Congratulations! So, pick your time control for the grand final game. 01, 30, or 5-0? I didn't give 1-0 as an option because the tournament was 1-0, so we got sick of that time control. If we had more than one guest who could actually talk, we would have some kind of a vote. But like a nation with only one person, you don't have to vote on who's president. You know, you just say, I'm president because I'm the only one here. 3-0. Excellent choice. Very, very good choice. So when I'm rich and famous and we've got hundreds, maybe 200 viewers, then we're definitely going to have some kind of a poll. And actually, it's kind of cool. Ustream supports, and that's the streaming software I'm using, official polls, where there's this real game, where people can, instead of just typing in chat, oh, another guest, hi. Oh, you're too late. You're too late to vote. It's already 3-0. Hi. Say hi to this guy. You're on camera. And let's give him the stream name. So next time he can tune in and watch me lose to everybody else. C6, what a move! This is called the Caro-Kann defense. I'm going to play the exchange and the Panov Botvinnik attack. It's nice to know those names so you can look smart on a stream. Knight F6. I'm going to pretend like this is not where my knowledge ends. Like I know a lot more about this position than I really do. So because these pawns will probably trade at one point, if he takes me, then I end up with this isolated D pawn. That's such a common isolated pawn, the D one there, that it's got a special name. It's called the Isolani. And it's both a pro and a con. Because it's isolated, it's weak. Because no pawns can defend it. There's no pawns on this side, no pawns on this side. So in the end game, and as we get closer to the end, and that gets kind of more exposed, it gets worse and worse and worse. So I don't want to head toward an end game. Whereas in the middle game, when there's a lot of pieces on the board, it gives me extra space because I'm attacking c5 and e5 here. He's doing neither of those things. Well, he's attacking c5 with his bishop, but the alternative would be these two squares, which will not be under control once this pawn goes away, which will happen shortly. So it's more space for the middle game, less or more weakness for the end game. And there's the trade. So now we're looking at the classic isolated pawn position. This queen move attacks two pawns at once. No problem with this guy, it's already defended. I want to bring my bishop out, but got a problem over here. So let's block that attack so we can bring out the final bishop. Now he's bringing on more attackers to the center, so I have to defend this way. That's a bad bishop if I've ever seen one, but when I push, it's discovered attack, so he'll probably move his queen out of the way. You're too late to vote. Aha. Next time, tune in, get on that chat, and you will control the future of the stream. Kind of. So, you know, knight for bishop, I don't mind this capture much just because I hate my isolated pawn. Don't tell him I said that. And it brings in defense, so I'm not going to worry about that for now since that's my bad bishop anyway. I will instead, well, I need to get unpinned here. Can't really do that. This pawn is pinned to my queen. I'd like to pull this bishop back here to the long diagonal. I'm just going to boot him off. If he comes back to where he was, then it's a free move for me. If he captures, that resolves my problem here. Problem solved. Excellent. Thank you. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Boot him out of the way. This bishop is biting on granite, as they say. Hitting a pawn guarded by a pawn, that's no fun, so I want to switch it over to this diagonal. But don't want to do that till this knight's out of the way. Oh, he's given me an interesting opportunity. Bishop is suddenly of some importance. I could push e4, take a pretty strong center. I'm going to do that. Suddenly my center, and I hope he takes my knight because then my center will be really strong once I recapture with the pawn. I mean strong. That's going to be such a good center. I would venture to say that I would be slightly ahead. Oh, he's not going to go for that. Knight's hopping around. Let's give that thing the boot once more. Queen attacks it, gets the queen off the back rank, which is a good development step. And then I'll be able to bring this rook out. I'm a little bit behind in development. You know, I need to get this rook out in order to finish bringing out my pieces, but he's got the same problem. This bishop blocked here, and his rook's not coming out, so I'm not the only one with problems. And let's get this bishop back to safety. Here, yep, that's my choice. He should not take this free pawn, because then rook to b1 from e would trap his queen. No fun having your queen trapped. Can I take that for free? No, because I'm pinned on the d file. Guess I'll close that up. Oh, I'm pinned that way too. Very clever man. Which way shall we go? Guess I'll get out of that pin. Oh, things are falling apart. Can I capture that pawn back here as quick as I can? I've got 3 attackers to his 2 defenders. So that part is good. Bring in more attackers. If he captures me on b2 here, I'm pretty much falling apart. Because I can no longer trap his queen. My pawns are dropping like flies. It's a problem. I might have to resort to running him out of time. My trademark victory move. Okay, let's save that. Whew. Now that pawn is captured. And we're going to have to move a little bit faster here. Let's trade knights. I'm not really liking trades because I'm down a pawn, but this frees out my position quite a bit. Now my queen's a little more active. So things are getting spicy with this pawn. It's a little more vulnerable, but it's also a little more dangerous. The biggest factor here is going to be time. Pawn e5 looks pretty powerful. Opens up my queen to this rank. And I think this pawn's kind of weak. Is he going for a checkmate? Well, I think that's going to be too slow. Let's capture this. And time. Oh, you're running out of time, man. Time. Watch your time. Oh, no. Let's do this. Let's give him some time. Boom. Using that feature of the game. Now he has 16 seconds. I would never do that, except I'm such a nice guy. I'm doing it. Check. Let's go here so that I can checkmate him on this down here. Because it's way more fun to checkmate somebody, you know what I mean? Check. Oh, this is brilliant. I'm so glad I gave him extra time. Checkmate. Oh, that was so cool. Good game. I should tell him I always give time because I'm so nice. But this is probably like the only time I've given time in the history of LHS, although I didn't know what that plus button did, so I've probably bumped it by mistake. That's always annoying. You're about to win and then you give time away. But it doesn't happen too often, unfortunately. So that's today's cast. That was a pretty close game. I didn't like that isolated pawn. You saw how badly I handled it. It was a weakness the whole time, plus I had a weak pawn back here on b2. But in the end, I kind of came around on the side. He's getting low on time, and I was able to open up his king in the end. So a good result to a bad game, and I can't complain about that. So thanks for watching, guys. This is ChessWhiz signing out. Next cast is going to be Thursday. That's 3 days from now at the same time. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's cast. I don't know if we're going to do the tournament next time because it's a whole bunch of 1-minute games, which is fun. But it's a little bit repetitive to play the same 1 minute over and over and over and over. So we'll just see. Maybe you guys should post in the thread and let me know what you want to see next cast. So here's how you get to the thread. You go to lihs.org, you go to Teams. Oh, you don't go to Teams. You go to Forum, General Chess, and ChessWhiz live stream. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching.